Hi, in this video I'll show you how you can use Bookbolt to create crossword puzzles that you can publish as books on Amazon KDP. So we will use ChatGPT to generate our words and their clues or hints. You can use any other AI tool, but for the purposes of this video I'll be using ChatGPT. So I already have my prompt created on the side, so I'll just copy that and paste it onto ChatGPT. Right, there we go. This is the prompt. I'll just correct the spelling there. So okay, you will notice the last two sentences, right? I'm instructing ChatGPT on how to format our output. So this will make it easier in the next step when we need to copy the words and their clues and paste them onto a Google Sheet, right? So for now I'll just run this prompt. Right, let's give ChatGPT a few seconds to work. You can see the output there is being generated. Right, and it's done. So once that is done, right, we can copy this and paste it onto Google Sheets. So we'll just copy the across first, right, copy, and then here you want to use Ctrl V on your keyboard, right, to paste this. So you can just say Ctrl V there, right, and then we go get the next set of words, the down. Copy that. All right, and then we want to paste there the 16th on the 16th cell without leaving a gap between the across and the down. So we just Ctrl V again on our keyboard, and that's that. Okay, so now we need to reformat this nicely so that the words and the clues are in separate cells. This is useful for later when we upload this template, right, or this content, or the content or the data into Bookbolt. So to do this, you can just select a cell. Unfortunately, you will need to do this cell by cell, right? So you can select a cell and then you go to format, right? It's data, I think. Yes, it's data, and then you click on split text to columns, right, and then you select by semicolon here. Yeah, so this is the reason why I instructed ChatGPT to include a semicolon between a word and this clue, to make it easier for us to separate and reformat it here in Google Docs. So I'll do this for every word. Okay, so I'm done formatting the file. So this is how it should look like after you're done. A word right in one cell, and the next cell to its right the clue or the hint, right? So these are 30 of our words, both across and the down combined, right, without any spaces. And now what we want to do is to create a CSV file, right? So click on file and then click on download, and then we select comma separated values. Okay, with our CSV file now in place, we'll navigate to Bookbolt. Okay, not Bookbolt is a paid platform, right? It's not free, so be aware of that. And once you are in Bookbolt, you'll click on your name, and then from the menu that pops up, you want to go to Bookbolt Studio. This will launch a project, right? This is a project that I already created in my Bookbolt. So for today we're not focusing on the cover pages, we just focus on the content of the book. To create a new project, if you want to create a new project, you go to the right and click on new project, and then this window will pop up. You select the page size or book size and then give it a title, and then yes, you can go ahead and create the project. I'll close this since I already have my project created. Okay, so what we want to do, right, is to use the templates. There is this panel or menu here, right, and this icon represents the page templates. So we want to go into templates, into the library, and we want to look for a crossword puzzle. So let's navigate. Yes, there it is in preview. So that's the one that we want, right? We'll select that, and then we need to select the pages, right, for the puzzles, and then the pages for the solutions. So this will just be one puzzle, so there will be only 2 pages filled with the solution and with the actual puzzle. So it will be on page 1 and 2. So go here, right, and just we can cancel this. Since we're selecting one page, we can just cancel and select this page, right? Page 1 will contain our puzzle, and then we click on that page to select it, and then click on continue. And then this is the settings for our puzzle, right? So remember, our file is 30 words, right? So we'll just change the words per puzzle here. This is the where you can make that selection. We'll select 30 in there, and then puzzles per page 1 is fine. We'll leave that as the default, and we're leaving most of the configurations as default, right? You can play around with them if you want to change the look or the feel of your puzzles. So the other section of interest, right, is this one, the title, right? So we can give our page a title. We'll say baseball. Sorry, my bad, it's not typing. Baseball. And then the solution to our puzzle, it will be also baseball, right? Right, that looks fine. And then now we need to select our CSV file. So this is where you will select, choose CSV, and then I'll navigate to my file. Alright, CSVs, and then this is the one that I want to use, right? Click on open. Alright, and then we want to go to our solutions now and configure our solutions page. So page 2 is already selected there, which is fine, right? So we'll just proceed to submit. Okay, let's give it a moment to work its magic, and it's done, right? So I'll just try and enlarge for you to see. So this is our crossword puzzle. There is the title that we set there for the page, it's baseball, right? And then this is the solution. Okay, so in this section I'll show you some errors that you might encounter and how you can work around them. So let's click on our crossword, and we have a page selected where the puzzle will be inserted. Then we can continue to options, and we'll leave the options as they are, right? Scroll all the way down, right, and choose a file. Okay, then we want to choose baseball number 2. Click on that, right, and then continue to solutions page. The second page is chosen for the solutions, and then we submit. Alright, so there's an error here I created intentionally just to show you the error. So that it says row number 1 column A word that must be greater than 2. So this is my file, right? So as you can see, you cannot use any words that have a length which is 2 or less, right? So the words must have a character count of 3 going above. That's one of the errors you can encounter, and if you encounter that one, just ensure that your clues or your words that you are using, my apologies, the words that you are using, you have more than 2 characters. Okay, I'll show you another error. So let's go to our puzzle creation, right? Puzzle page selected, or leaving everything as default. And then I've selected a file here. I've uploaded a file that is an issue. So let's continue. Then the solutions page is selected, and then we can submit. Okay, let's give it a minute. Okay, so it will reproduce an error. So if we scroll all the way down, we'll see that it says row number 1 column A must contain only letters or spaces. Alright, so the issue with this file is that there is a number in the word, right? So that's an issue, that if you come across that, you need to make sure that you convert that number either to a word or remove it completely, because sometimes when you generate the puzzle, right, the AIs or ChatGPT, they will give you numbers as some of the letters. Okay, so I'll show you one last error that you might encounter there. So let's load our puzzle. Right, we're leaving everything as it is, 30 words per puzzle, scrolling down, and we have a file selected there. Right, so let's continue, and then we have a solutions page selected. Click on submit. Okay, we have produced another error. Okay, so this one is the issue with the mismatch of the number of rows and the number of puzzles per page selected, right? So if you remember, if you scroll to the top here, you will see you have 30 puzzles, 30 words per puzzle, my apologies, but my file, right, doesn't match. It is only 20 words. So if you're encountering that, either you reduce the number of words, right, to match the word count in your file, or you add more words to your puzzle, and then you'll resolve the error. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Cheers, and catch you on the next one.